There's a distance between us. It's getting hard to reach out. Haven't seen you in seasons, but all I hear is your voice. I know my limits, you can break me down, but I'll stay till the finish line. And I've been counting minutes for quite some time now, just to see you again. And I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again. We got millions of reasons to let it all go. Hope we're not too broken. I know I'm not always strong, and I've been counting days to get away, to see you again, see you again. Been fighting ways to get away, to see you again, see you again.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only whatever. All this ever but you long gone, it don't matter. Ride or die, that's been the deal. The light of your back, I disappear. But if you don't play that for me, I'm out of it, I'm out of it. I lick my gun and then I'm done. I'm out of it, I'm out of it. Ain't no man to tell me you're no good. I'm brushing away, do you, the weight of you, of my shoulder. So done with my cigarette, and when all the smoke is clear, I'm brushing away, do you, the weight of you, the weight of you. Don't need a no man. Tell me you're no good. I'm brushing away, do you, the weight of you, of my shoulder. So done with my cigarette, and when all the smoke is clear, I'm brushing away, do you, the weight of you, the weight of you. Don't need a no man. Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna let it rain. Tonight, we're gonna let it rain. Tonight, we're gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna let it rain. Tonight, we're gonna let it rain. Tonight, we're gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna let it rain.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love. town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
And we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am awake, joined by Mihojo from Merc, as well as Hump from Merc. How are you boys doing today?
Absolutely great.
Okay,
Thank
both
you.
of you don't talk at once.
I think I was trying to be polite there and let my good friend Mahal jump in, but you're in a Merc sandwich tonight, awake.
Yes, unfortunately, but fortunately, actually, in my opinion. Got a little interesting match for the TPL stream, highlighting TPLite tonight. We have Misfits versus L201 or Legion. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. I don't mean to, but both these teams in TPLite, so it's technically 30v30, but it's also going to be 35v35 for tonight. I think we're just waiting for some Legion people to join in on their side, but the map is supposed to be Omaha. I don't know why we're on Foy, but I'm pretty sure when map flip happens, we'll be on Omaha. But what do you guys think about this TPLite match that we have for us tonight?
I'm excited that it's going to get good coverage for the light setup. I think for a long time it was used as a bit of a breeding ground for TPL for teams that wanted to get set up and get competitive matches in that didn't quite have the player numbers for main, but with the new bringing in of private servers and the such, we've actually got a real good opportunity here to start hosting proper 30v30 or 18v18 as we see on the PC scene. So it's actually really exciting and a great additional arena that the TPL hosts. So I'm excited to give some coverage to this one.
And how about you, Joe? What are you feeling in your bones?
Well, I'm really interested to see the strategies. I think 35 is, it's the same game, but it's different. So I'm really wanted to see what these teams utilize their resources and where they put their manpower. I think that'd be really interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different game in my opinion. 35v35 as opposed to 49v49 or 50v50. Got to really, I think there's a little bit more strategy involved because it's like usually what for the majority of what teams do, they have 3 tank crews, maybe a flex tank crew, depending on maps and stuff like that and fuel economy. But how do you manage that? How do you manage like offensive squads, defensive squads, and like all those variables? Do you hold like a certain like extended sector control, or do you mostly focus on the cap sector itself? Like it's kind of like an interesting like ball game that teams are gonna have to kind of like adapt to. I mean, I haven't really personally played in 35v35, but it seems pretty fun from what I heard.
Yeah, definitely. I think another thing, the squads, it's going to come a lot down to squad play, and they're going to make a lot, bigger difference, individual players. So you can have a lot more of an impact, um, with less players on the board.
Still waiting to get underway. Well,
I think I just had some feedback there from the guys that there's about a 10-minute delay. Just a couple more guys to bring into the server.
I'm gonna fly around the Misfits people. These gents are ready for battle.
Oh yeah. She's standing on me. Please somebody tell me she's standing on me. Are you good? Is he not on top?
Yeah, Omaha. I don't know if you guys want to talk about Omaha. That's supposed to be the map we're playing. I don't know why we're on Foy, but Omaha. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts about approaches to Omaha, like what you guys personally do as members of Merc and stuff like that. Don't have to reveal strategies or anything, but Omaha, love that map. Kind of rough for the Americans for that giant hill, but
I'll defer to Maho on this one. He's clued up on the old Omaha.
Yeah, so I say like truck routes. I think truck routes going to be important ones, especially for the middle point, Verdeville, St. Mirror. Um, Going through the church, you're kind of filtered through just a couple roads. I think that might be important to have some experienced truck drivers. There is some pretty advanced routes in between two buildings. I think if they can get that, it gives them a nice extra approach to disperse their troops without getting sniped. And then West Verdeville, which is the north point, I would like to see them utilize, map edge on the north side to level off and take control of map edge. I say, yeah, truck routes definitely important for allies.
yeah, I know like West Fireville, that's always like a brutal point to fight over. It's always a fun point to fight over for the first 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, however long that mid cap is for. But after that mid cap, I always find myself, if my team doesn't cap it, it's a very tough point to take back just because you only have some limited routes that you can take on both Germans and allies. I always find that midpoint to be fun but painfully fun at the same time, depending on the situation that happens. But West Fireville, I'm honestly excited just for like a church. I think it's called Fireville, if my memory serves me correctly. Always love a church good fight. It's probably one of my favorite midpoints, honestly, in the game to fight over, just because, especially as an American, just because I like sneaking around the church and then doing whatever. And looks like we do have a map change now in a minute, so hopefully we get on Omaha. If not, we'll probably, I don't even know what map is in the rotation, but yeah. Map change. Hell it loose. TPLite, round 2. Also, Joe, you can do my screen as well.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think the midpoints I think we'd be hoping for. I'd actually quite like to see artillery battery. It's kind of, I think it's allies favored for the capture. Quite an interesting point. How they play around those open fields. It's pretty tank heavy, I'd say. They can have a pretty impact. Most points are. Or the church, obviously. I love the church. It's a very nice point to play around.
And it is Omaha. Let's go. It's West Fireville.
Beautiful.
Gonna be an interesting fight. Always.
As Maho mentioned, I'm really interested to see how they split the manpower across this opening. I think
Like
we've had
3 tank crews.
well,
Oh.
they don't like the point.
They do not like the point. I guess for map flipping, I think. Is Misfit supposed to be Germans, I think? I think they might be. It is not West Fireville.
Yeah, Misfits are meant to be Axis.
Alright, so Misfits are Axis, that's why there's a double map flip. But
Yep.
is what happens in game. Two.
go. V2.
Oh,
And Viville Sumner.
I like the linear. I know it's bottom, middle here, but they're pretty condensed. There's some good points to move and fight from there.
Yeah, so I think we're live. Viville Sumner. Love this point. Love fighting over it. I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna L201. I'm just gonna call him that. Getting off the beach, obviously, for them, seeing what they can do. I'm curious to see if they just take the main road into the point, or if they want to drive through any of these buildings or not. There's some routes that you can take with the truck. Fireville Sumner. Is there like a win rate on this map or on this point that you know of, or I know you're
Yeah,
the man with
so
the stats.
yeah, I mean Omaha's within the probably acceptable bracket for win rates for both for both console competitive. Now this is most of this data is pre Panther Bantram Summit and stuff like that, so it will skew as the season goes on. We are 12 wins for the Axis and 18 wins for Allies, so that's a 60% win rate for Allies. And yeah, I'd probably say that's pretty acceptable. In terms of midpoints, the only place you get data for that on console is Summit, and for West Verval you get 2 wins for Axis and 2 wins for Allies, and you've got 1 win for Axis on the radar battery down the bottom. A
Yeah, and I
bunker, that was
was
called.
actually a part of the 2 West Fireville points from last season in Summit, both winning and losing one from the Taco and 6 match. Both really good games. Hopefully we get a good one right here. Really curious to see what Misfits will do for their opener. They have... This is like always interesting because like small team openers, they only have 1 truck really. They do have 1 in the north.
I'm seeing different on the Legion side. I'm seeing them use all 3 trucks, supply truck, nothing additional spawned in. Doesn't look like they're going to utilise the light tank, but the medium is pushed up already on the barrier, and the recon tank's just getting in position now.
Yeah, I have all 3 tanks getting pulled out of the HQs. They are opting for the recon tank to get, looks like, both of the recon squad leads in the recon tank, so just to get behind enemy lines, probably to harass Artie. But here we go.
Yeah, I got 1 recon team in the recon tank as well. Must be a stat that's probably, or a tactic that they use across most teams on this type of setup, the lower numbers.
Yeah, and there's really no like rules against Artie Panther bans or no destruction to my knowledge on TPLite, but they do have 1 guy on Artie for the Misfit side.
1 guy on Artie seems to be a misplay. You're probably going to have an abundance of resources with the less players. We'll see what happens.
I wonder if there've been prep on artist snipes and stuff. If Verval Sumer's got kind of restricted routes on the ally side, so good opportunity here if they've prepped the main route in off the beach, which is getting utilised at the minute by the allies. Nothing so far.
Yeah, it looks like the Misfit side does have a lot of northern presence for Viville Sumner. Didn't really build a
probably
blue
the right
line.
call.
Yeah, northern presence is kind of how you hold and take Fireville.
Misfit's going for a nice wide spread through the town, which I'd agree is probably the right approach as well, if this doesn't go their way.
And they're full sending a truck. Has 1 guy in it with AT.
Ooh, great hit on the Artie and Orchid North there. Took out 3 or 4 guys.
Wow, they didn't even show up to the midpoint. Looks like they got their truck stuck, maybe?
Yeah, I mean the middle truck's abandoned at Town Centre Crossroads for the L201. Not sure what happened there. not even stuck, it's just abandoned on
Oh
the
my
3-story.
gosh!
Oh my.
Oh my gosh!
What is?
L201 rocket his own guy.
They're having a rocket fight. Go to the truck.
Misfits firmly in control of the
Oh.
church area here, starting to take the high ground. L201 only just arriving in the art cap area there, one guy.
Misfits have pretty good map control. What I can see. L201 medium is in a pretty good position. I don't know if he sees the medium or not. Oh, he can't. He does have a line of sight on the medium, but I don't know if he sees them. I think the Misfit medium might have a line of sight on the Allied medium. He does. He ricked. He shattered. The other medium doesn't see him still. He ricked again. What is going on with this? What is this angle?
That might be tracks.
Oh my gosh, this
I
tank
think
fight
it's tracks,
hurts.
yeah, you're right.
What is going on? The Puma from behind!
Yeah. Oh.
Someone just got cooked.
Oh, Puma's pulling up into position now.
I don't think the Allied medium knows. The Axis medium does go down.
I think he just hit him with HE. Because he should be dead.
Both medium tanks go down, one to the Puma.
What an exchange.
Interesting. Good position for the Panzer IV though, coming through the Orchid using the lower area. I'm surprised he really didn't get the drop on that medium there.
Looks like L201 does have a good like back push in the red. On the complete opposite side of the point.
Garrison networks in terms of L201, one on WN71, nice and far back, protected just off the edge of the cliff, and a good wide spread of garrisons through each built up area of the town. They're going for a good wide 600 metre long kind of line here.
Yeah, Misfits playing, not really doing a good garrison network. They only have one by Orchards and one on the red-blue line where the squad from behind is attacking.
We didn't look for it either. That's going to be putting them in a pretty poor position. Once they are found back there, they're going to be surrounded with spawns.
We do have a Panther rolling out of mid for Misfits.
Yeah, a bunch of people are spawning on that backline Gary for Misfits as well.
L201 opting for a half track early on. He's heading south, and that has cost them for fuel, and they've had to roll out a medium after losing that exchange there early on. So no heavy on the part for L201 here.
A little bit interesting call for the half track play, in my opinion.
I'll update you on the position when he gets there, but he is going wide south at the minute. I wonder if he's going for back cap or if he's going to reinforce that push through Delta 6.
I'm really interested in what they're using this Stuart for. The Stuart's just kind of empty, kind of where everyone places their Garys in the G5 corner. Just like an empty Stuart there.
They haven't abandoned it for another tank, I'll say that much. There's only the medium on the part of the recon.
Yeah, Misfits are starting to get some more Garys up. The back one is still warm. I don't think they've found the L201 OP that's back here.
I think in terms of the map, the way this will play, WN71 is so insulated by distance from the red-blue line that Legion are going to have a real opportunity to put pressure on the Misfits early. They can be
Yeah, it just seems like they're poking and prodding of where they can and can't go right now. I mean, obviously it's the first 10 minutes, but they do have some OPs like behind them. Misfits are doing a pretty good job though, protecting their backside.
Yeah, this small incursion on the back left buildings on the west side of Sumer seems to have pulled a lot of misfits off to deal with it.
Keep messing up the admin cannon.
Legion have an AT gun set up in the south area here. I'm just wondering if the Panther's possibly going to roll into that trap. Panther and half track just crossing paths there.
The Misfits commander tried to get a little bit sneaky to get a northern blue zone Gary, but L201 was really quick to respond. Killed Mufasa out of the truck, as well as destroyed the truck, and now they're destroying the supplies.
Panther's been called out on the Legion side. Interested to see how they respond. They do have squads near about it.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of support from Misfits for this Panther.
I will say though, I think Misfits are probably prioritising the manpower in the correct places. I would say Legion, while having good map control, is probably the right approach for 50s, but I've struggled to see them maybe make a way in here with 35 people.
Oh, the half track from L201 is behind enemy lines. I mean, he's driving into a bunch of Misfits players, but what if Shocker hears him? Yep, he does.
Panther is gone. That's going to not bode too well for the fuel economy of L201.
Yeah, I would.
Only just getting up to 500 fuel now.
Yeah, I would love if they just kept that half track in the south, because Misfits really don't have anything in the south for like Gary's too much. They do have one red line, blue line Gary that two squads are pushing into the L201 red zone.
I think that position that they were trying to reinforce probably would have been in play for the half track, given the points then transitioned to south after. He just drove south through the action and tried to go north, so I wonder if the route was reactive or proactive.
See how the offense is going. L201 does have a bunch of guys in the hard cap of Win 71. Let's go with Valhalla here, see what he can cook up. He's just waiting for his OP. Looks like Artie from Misfits is coming down on Win 71. We'll go back to him in a bit.
Panther being engaged by L201 now. Distance shot is out in the field.
L201 prioritizing this southern push.
They are making progress. I'm not sure what these kind of farm builds would be called in Echo 6, but I think once you cement yourself in there, that's a really strong position to push out from.
Oh, the timing. One has no idea that he hopped the wall. He's shooting someone with a... Where is he shooting a pistol? What? What's...
Trying to suppress.
He's an MG! Big Pancake, here's the Gary. He does.
Good garrison spot right there.
One. Redeployed? Okay.
Looks like Misfits are reallocating that default lux to go and deal with the push from the south. Good use of the default still.
Yeah, that Lux is still up for Misfits. The Gary will go down in the Misfits lawn burn area zone.
AT gun has been set up in line sight of the Panther on the south side there.
Yep, I do see that. Misfits quick on it though.
That was a moment. If they can get that up, the Panther is still in danger of getting engaged by that. That'll be big.
Bimson takes them both
Yeah.
down.
I'm not sure about that that play. Really flanking far south, outside of cap sector, isolated from your team. You know, on a small hedgerow. Yeah, once you're found, it's not really a good approach at all.
L201 does have two defensive tanks, two medium tanks on the Win 71 defense point. But L201 is taking out, they just took out another Gary and they're close to the one in the south by artillery battery. But they have not
it looks like
found it
they're
yet.
winning this battle to take the courtyard on the west side. They're starting to now get bodies into the orchid on the north side of Sumer. And it looks like they might have an AT squad to go target this Panther. I've got a assault AT engineer closing in on him.
Point was just getting flashed for a second. Dockfield goes down, trying to protect that Gary. L201. I want to say they know where it's at, but they don't. I'm not sure. I think Gandalf will get it right here.
It's not pinged at the minute.
They're taking it out right now. They just took it out. Bunch of guys from L201 coming up in the north into the hard cap now of Church. Bombing run is going down as well.
Ooh, it's great play.
What's the Misfits garrison situation like on point? Still got that up?
They do have one around the cap, just south of the hard cap itself. As far as other Garys though, they have one red line, blue line, and one at Orchards. They do have a half track all the way in F8. So both teams opting for very early game half tracks.
Legion look to be moving the two mediums into.
L201 just took out the on-point Gary from Misfits. Misfits is going to have to collapse.
We got two backup Garys in the next point. Behind it.
Was the Panther dealt with? I don't see it.
Panthers in the north. They actually just died.
Wow, okay.
And Seth
Maybe-
just went off in the church as well.
Legion do still have an outpost in that western courtyard area. That seems to be primarily where they're filtering players in from. 3 squad leaders just managing to get onto point there. Good push from Legion here.
Legion just also took down another backline Gary in the Delta 6 sector as well. That was just built. I think Misfits are just gonna have to reset here. I mean, you're losing a bunch of Garys in the north and to your west. They have like full control of church too.
For the first heavy of the game, about to come in from the northern side to reinforce the existing. This Lux is still cooking.
Just heavy presence on the back line. Just allies are causing chaos for the Axis right now.
Massive
Cannot
spawn wave as
establish.
well on Vireville Sumner, which I think is the right call. You just need to clear out what they have in the north.
This would be a good opportunity for Legion to cement presence again in the south, to keep pushing from that way as well. Seems to be abandoned by both teams. Garden area.
Surprised that guy in the tower lasted that long, to be completely honest, that MG. Does Legion have a garrison like in the north at all? In the red?
Ooh.
No, not in red. Legion have
hit me.
one garrison for a launch.
Got him.
George 5. Not too far off. Misfits reacted very well to that.
Directly 320 southwest. Right there.
Yeah, they've definitely got the push isolated from the strong point. Now it's just keeping them out of the cap sector and clearing the back line. Might be a good time to send a squad lead or two to add some offensive pressure. You might be able to sneak in and cause a reset for the Allies.
Enemies in front, enemies out front.
Shoot him with the rocket, shoot him with the rocket, shoot him with the rocket. Let's go. Beautiful.
I got one. I got one left, one left, one left.
Yeah, looks like Frieza's squad is trying to clear out this northern, all these northern OPs that Legion has.
Just like right next to him.
Docker doing his best with the car. Gets headshot. Misfits are gonna have to probably send at least 2 squads over here to deal with. There's probably like three or four OPs that are back here. I don't know what you see hump in the E5 line, but
E5 concentration of two offensive outposts from Legion in that courtyard sector just been wiped there, and they've opted for a red zone garrison, which is inevitably locked as well. Misfits might have this push cornered here. I don't see a squad leader on the park.
isn't there a half track I see? It is.
It is indeed. Yep, he's going north again.
He's going right into the path of a supply truck as well as a Panther tank. I don't know if that's been called out by the
No, not pink. Panther is not pink. Supply truck is following him. Commander and commander action. Oh!
Snowball with the
Unlucky
almost.
shot.
Your snowball, I think it was Shocker with that rocket.
Yeah.
You can get him again. He's gonna shoot. Oh, almost shot his own guy.
Hit maneuver. Someone at the sirens, the highway.
What is
Highway
this
cop.
fight?
Oh, he's stuck.
He got stuck in. Oh my god.
It's going on foot. Consistent.
I'll give you a shout, but I think the two heavies are going to engage each other here in the north. The Legion heavies currently situated in G4, pushing head on for the Panther.
I think those are two mediums. Oh no, they have a 76. The 76 does not see the Panther. Panther sees him.
Not marked, he is oblivious. Ooh, first hit.
Probably dead 76. He's just now turning turret.
Rip. Intelligence failed Legion there.
Yeah, what is this half-track situation? Oh, they killed the guy on the half-track. Okay. Looks like they're gonna bring a Panther or a P4 to destroy that half-track. Very aggressive with the half-tracks. That's already 2 for Legion. That's a nice voice crack by me.
I question the intent. Like, I think both times they've been spawned in the south and then driven north, wasting quite a lot of time to get there.
Legion are starting to put a lot of front door pressure now. Had a little bit of a cap. Still contested, but
Through soft cap, yeah. One guy on hard, 2 guys on hard cap. But that courtyard area, Echo 6 keypad 1, has been completely pushed out by Misfits. That was a real thorn in their side for a while. They might now turn to a more front-to-front approach here.
I think the Panther just died in the north of AT, yeah. L201, AT just absolutely bullied this poor Panther up here by himself. There's been a lot of tanks. I don't want to like criticize any team, but there's like a lot of the tanks are just going off by themselves or with little support. I feel like if either team like has both armor and infantry kind of work together, that they can easily like flip the game more in their favor, because it's still kind of 50-50, obviously in favor of Misfits because they're winning 3-2, but I feel like the tanks have just kind of been trading blows with each other, and then the infantry just cleans up whoever won that prior engagement.
Misfits are opting to use, Legion are opting to use the medium on defensive WN71, which is the right call. He's not being too aggressive. Freeing up some infantry to push.
Oh, that is Comrade in the building.
Do we still have that default Lux around, or is he now out of the question?
He is dead. I think they're rolling out another heavy
Good
right
effort.
now, but they are down a set of nodes for the most part. These guys just shot the shit out of this wall.
You get him, Reckless?
Yeah, I got the guy on the other side of the wall. I was shooting at someone out further on the fence.
Reckless will kill. P4 playing aggressive as well. I don't know if the allied medium has a shot at him or not. That's actually a fancy little sightline right here. The medium might have a shot on him.
He is marked. Well done.
Actually a solid position for this P4 to be in right now, even though he's kind of by himself.
Yeah, there's a lot of manpower attributed up north here for M201.
171 is being contested a little bit from Misfits. Oh, this is what I mean.
Oh, he breaks.
He hit turret, but this MG Snipe Immortal gets him once in the butt. Unfortunately goes down, but trying to get that team play action back. Oh, the medium. Good play to take out this P4 from Legion.
Was that a tank
Over the
battle
top
there?
of the buildings. Yeah.
Yeah, both the mediums, or the allied medium took out the P4.
Greyhound trying to push the squad in the south here. Yeah, that's giving a bit of cap pressure on to WN71. Good use of the recon here if he wipes this. It's Misfit. Oh! He's just... Takes out the
L201 utilizing 2 MGs for the front door.
It's nice. Just locking it down, allowing his team to flank.
There's 3
move.
MGs here now. Holy. But again, Legion prioritizing the north, which they kind of have to do, but they have some more front door presence. I feel like they can just walk right into Vireville and not necessarily take it, but just put more pressure on them. Oh my gosh, Snowball with the rocket
that was
snipe.
Great rocket. Snowball.
Oh, it looks like on the Win71 side. I think it's just the recon team just pestering them back here.
Yeah, I believe the Greyhound in the south of WN71 might have wiped out pretty much that entire push there from Misfits, which was a good push. Looked close to the Legion to pull some guys off attack, but seems to be stifled for now.
Following Ares right now. Didn't see him. You see Freeze. He sees Freeze. Misses his shots. Gets him though. Will Firecrotch and Stifler trade back or bait Mr. Baked? Mr. Baked gets some.
Looks like Misfits.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Looks like Misfits is starting to apply some front door pressure onto the 4th point, which may punish them for
Ooh,
flanking
Mr.
out a
Baked,
gap.
the flick.
Gotta echo that. Legion look to have neglected the front door, so to speak, from point to point there, and a real strong focus on the north side.
Yeah, with as little resistance, or I shouldn't say resistance, as little defense as Misfits does have up in the north, they are doing a pretty decent job of like holding what force that Legion did have, or does have. Like they're winning their 1v1s and then trading their lives for another kill or two, which is what you need to do on defense, especially if they're prioritizing a lot of guys like to attack a certain sector. Misfits are doing
Just
a
gotta
pretty good
hold
job.
off.
They have a Gary up here. They do have a red zone Gary up here.
Yeah, nice little cornfield.
Go back with Firecrotch. He seems to be the one holding it down up here for Misfits. supply truck goes down for Misfits, ran into the force from Legion that's up here in the north.
What's the munitions economy and such on Misfit side? Strong numbers here for them.
It's pretty high. It's 1,500 munitions and 1,200 manpower. Obviously, fuel is a little bit of a hindrance probably for both teams, but a lot of munitions from both teams. There's no one on Arty for Misfits either now. They don't have anybody on Arty.
No Arty on Legion side either.
Ooh.
Legion
I think we discussed
earlier
about the usefulness of artillery on the 35s v35s, given the less manpower concentration. Do you think that's a correct move or wrong move from teams who know how strong Arty is in main?
I think you've got munitions, you got to use it somehow. I think just to deny certain routes, which are really common, if that's your front door, or in this case, maybe north of the church. I mean, you're looking at the spacing, just a couple shells coming in could really, filter them in to make it easier for the defenders. Maybe at least like 2 guns up, or 1 for the entire game, maybe.
Yeah, given especially that point in Sumer.
We do have an Axis bombing run coming on too, but from where it's gonna land, it's gonna kill Axis players only. So let's see how many team kills this bombing run goes. Maculus goes down.
Just in time for small move to go off all the OPs on the north side of it.
Yeah, Legion now does have that, full north control in my opinion, which obviously is the correct thing to do. But they do obviously also need some front door presence, but also Misfits with a lot of offensive pressure on Win 71 itself as well.
Agreed. I think both guns are on a knife edge here. I think this might, whoever starts the cap race here might just pull it off. Whoever gets it going first.
The benefit that Legion does have is they have a 76 and a medium on defense.
Oh, Panther versus 76. I like it up here, south side. Panther is called out.
I see it. I don't think they're gonna see each other soon. Oh, he hit the bush.
This is a critical engagement. It's to turn the tide for either team.
Oh,
Engineer taking his opportunity.
Oh,
that's a strong moment here for Legion. That could have caused a bit of chaos.
They're still losing the cap though with the amount of infantry.
Just lost the medium north side. That's not good news.
This 76 has to put in a lot of work now. Save his point.
Guy's crawling. Goes down. Commentator's curse.
Legion looking light on defense, but they do have a point area. I'm just waiting for a massive spawn wave here. They're going to have to call some people back.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a... Yep, there it is.
Spawn wave. That does stem it for now.
Oh, he's whipping. Oh. Hosing them all down.
Take your time.
Does he see the Gary? I don't think he sees the Gary. He has to see the Gary. Do you not have rockets? Shoot it. Shocker with the Gary kill. It's gonna be all the OPs for Legion. And this is something you don't want to do, is lose your 4 point as Americans.
Legion are determined to defend this with the manpower currently there and looking to get an inroad here on Sumer. They still got 2 squad leads allocated to attack Sumer.
They have a massive spawn wave in the north, it seems like, as well. Hopefully that can clear up some northern OPs and Win 71.
They are currently Garrios or WN71 in soft cap and hard cap.
Trying to defend this point.
Getting active, it's a good play, needs to get in the fight.
Panther coming from the north side, he's just been called out, looks like 76 is turning. He's going to put the gas on to pull that building between the two of them. That smoke is actually encouraging him again to cover here between him and the Panther.
Oh, he's going to get satchel though.
Oh dear.
Satchel does seem to be on.
Yep.
Satchel's
right
on.
Maybe they'll get hit off on the Panther first, he's looking the wrong way. His intel's failed him again.
Playing a ring around a rosy around this house.
Oh, he hits him once.
He can get another shot off here, I think. Sarge's probably got 10 seconds left. Come on.
Oh, he missed.
He's fluffed it.
He's probably going to go down now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Lives another day.
Good work there by the 76, but I think that might be possibly curtains here for this point.
Yeah, once you line up your tanks on the hill.
There's no one else to load for this guy or turn it.
Panthers. Whoa. One hit? He's not even looking at the Panther. Oh dear, they need to get rid of that Panther. Misfits with 100% control over hard cap here. And Legion are not set up on dog white at all. No garrisons, no outposts.
Mufas is down here from Legion, or from Misfits. Doesn't have a Gary, it's just him.
Might be able to start capping if he gets to the cap right.
Yeah, they've managed to get a redeploy on the southern, but they are absolutely on the back foot here. This is not what you want. They've lost all the high ground.
Still fighting back at the church. Get those bodies up.
Yeah, they're gonna have to redeploy for defense at this point. Probably should have redeployed when it was half capped, but
Yeah, I think they might be too far gone now. I would probably opt to keep them 3 squad leads in the back, send the players back and re-establish some red line.
the benefit that Legion does have right now is Misfits are a little slow to build their Garys. They only have, like, they do have a bunch of OPs, but there's no Garys being built. They do have them all by Fireville Sumner still.
Mm. I suppose though the Legion 201 are going to have the same issue Misfits had there with covering that much open ground, so even if they do establish backline presence with the guys that are left over there, they're still going to have to make progress through that distance. Legion rolling out another 76 north side, but the topography here is going to cause them a bit of an issue to get that tank up.
For command marked a tank up here. What?
If it's north, it's the 76.
No,
He's
it's in the
trying
south. I think he
to
mismarked.
climb.
A lot of bodies on defense now.
Sir perk 4, I think that's the asterisk. Rushing into the point.
Yeah, still no garrisons set up. Well, there's one on the boat, but that's not going to suffice for defending this point.
Did you say they built a garrison on the boat?
Yes, looks to be. Just off the door of the southern boat.
Yeah, it looks like they have it marked too.
Yeah, Mufasa's got his binos on it.
Yeah, they did build the Gary behind the boat.
Bit of combat commander action here. Legion with soft cap pressure in the south. Green Gary and George 6. Lots of bodies coming off that.
Yep, that's what it seems
They
like.
might just be committing to this.
They do have a Greyhound for support. I don't think he knows that there's a Panther behind him either. Or in front of them. The Panther knows that he's there.
And there's plenty of players to call that out. It's marked on the map, so I think he's just trying to kite him. Brave Arias.
What did he just hit? Oh, yeah, tank trap. Poor Greyhound. Oh, he missed.
Classic bump on the Panthers. The rock.
Oh,
It's
AT guy might disable him here.
oh, he tracked him.
Him, yeah.
It's night for the Greyhound, but the Panther took a bit of a doing there.
Panther is one hit.
But he's trying to kill him. He's trying to kill his teammates so he can redeploy.
What? He's running away.
Just redeploy, bro. 2 satchels now here.
Okay, he got ran over. I guess that works too.
Come on, do us a wall jump. Give us a wall jump, Chilius.
He's getting stuck on the geometry. Oh, they burnt the OP too.
Oh, it looks like there's an AT in the wheat field.
Precision coming in, is it?
It's a
Might
P-strike on the
get a shot.
Gary. By the boat. Did not get it. Hit the boat.
Yeah, the German P-strike really needs addressed. Its hit reg is horrific.
Oh, what is that over there? That's 76?
76 is in the north of it.
Yeah, he's battling the Panther. Oh, he missed again!
Oh, jeez, that's a long.
The wall might not be rendering.
500
That's
meters
close.
Tracked him.
460.
Oh, no pin!
Oh, no. He only needs to land one shot on this Panther.
No. Oh, he's getting satchel by Chilius! He just got his teammate!
Crazy.
Satchel discovered. Oh, not a problem. Good play and some movement here from L201.
Good play by that tank up north. I think Babyface will try to counter that now. Maybe get an OP up there. Who's this tank crew? Hippo. Okay. It's the only name I can realistically read. Rough. Some battles going on in the wheat fields. Still a lot of L201 on the beach. Misfits, really only 3 Garys around Win 71. They have one in the strong point, one to the northwest, and then another one far south, but they do get an airhead on the beach in the south. Right next to the Gary. that Legion has.
Also bringing up that another heavy tank from the south. If it manages to get onto the ridge line, that could be pretty much game over. Shelling the beach for the Allies.
I was kind of excited to see if someone spawns in this airhead. One guy.
Does he see the garrison?
I think he's gonna shoot a flare. Beautiful. Please turn around. Full barrel. Come on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's actually okay, that was a very underwhelming flare, to be honest, but it's like Legion putting a lot of cap pressure now on Win 71 though from the back.
Yeah, that's a real strong push there. I mean, the outposts are sparse from there.
They're on the Gary too. Those fire crotch. Good rocket there, comrade. Could not save the Gary though.
'76 having a tough time in the north. I'll let you know if he goes down.
Yeah, I can see him in the distance. Shocker's on him right now.
He could, if he wasn't being engaged, he would be a pivotal part of this engagement in WN71 on the fire from that north side.
Yeah, props to Misfits for recognizing when they lost their Panther to go deal with that 76 as soon as possible. Massive spawn wave where the airhead was in the bottom HQ.
Cool, brave.
I don't think Legion recognizes it. And Blunt's gonna get in their boat and post up as an MG. This could be dire for Legion if they don't address this.
MG's about to take up position on the boats. Has been called out by the commander. He's got a garrison marker down in the south. Just a lot of open ground to cover there. See if they can get some outposts down.
Yeah.
Still really strong presence on WN71 as well, so again, cap pressure starting on Dog.
Yeah, quick enough to get to that strong point. That could be game.
Small spawn wave on the Gary.
Misfits not seeing red here and not neglecting to defend the point, so
Yeah, they just have 2 OPs for Misfits down here. Or technically 3, but one's a recon.
yeah, sometimes you can get ahead of yourself when you start to see yourself making progress and make rash decisions, but seem to be controlled here.
Another spawn wave on the Gary.
Both
Two MGs though. Go back to Win 71. This is all Legion up here.
I mean, Legion with one outpost within 100 meters.
Legion made a mistake. They built a pretty good garrison spot, but it's in the red zone, so it's currently locked out.
Ooh.
They just destroyed it to replace it, I think. I think they just destroyed it to replace an OP.
I mean, when you're defending the point on the beach, I would be inclined to throw everything at this cap pressure here, 50% cap on WN71.
Yeah.
Do anything to get off this beach. Tiger coming in. Opted for the Tiger this time.
Nice to see a little Tiger rolling around the field.
Legion with 3 outposts now, more or less in the hard cap, but Misfits with a redeploy on the back line, so borrowed time here to make this work.
Yeah, it looks like Legion also shut down this push in the south. There's only one OP remaining. Still yet to find it. I think they're gonna get it right here. Yep, they got it. Only one brave soul down here. Gorilla there.
This Tiger's gonna probably turn the fortune on W71. Legion with one outpost still on hard cap.
Yeah, Misfits are having to run from a Gary that's in G5. Really good opportunity for Legion to build up a red zone right on the bottom of the hill, right in front of Win 71. Looks like Misfits are running a medium in the south as well. This Greyhound might get popped in a second. Oh,
Legion look to have lost all pressure on W71 now.
Oh, he missed. Surprised that Greyhound got away like that. Greyhound's just shooting wherever he wants to.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the Tiger's also gonna engage this Greyhound. This Greyhound is
Drawing a lot of attention. Yeah.
Yeah. He's screaming, look at me.
Well, this might not end well.
Tiger is not moving to engage. Have you seen it? Slow on that.
Oh, he's getting behind him.
Hold. I've missed that there, but Legion opting for an airhead in George 6 built up area, right next to a green garrison.
Bird 6. Coming down
George
right now.
6, keypad 1. Next to the green silo in the garden. The AA cannon. No spawn waves yet. I mean,
Misfits does have a garrison in like the GH6 line. Looks like they just marked it as well. Mufasa did. Yep, I do see it. One guy spawned.
one guy, yeah, that's a bit of a waste there. I thought they might have opted for a mass move on soft cap.
They do.
Offended.
Got a
Perhaps
good
maybe they're just
defense.
taking a while to switch.
They are aware that the airhead is here, though. It was marked by the commander. The Misfit side. Still no one opting to spawn on it.
think there might only be one wave left on this one.
Misfits are starting to cap now. 3 guys in the hard cap at Dogwhite.
Yeah, with those tank support on the hill, I could see that being GG.
Yeah, Legion have absolutely no one, no garrisons within 200 meters of the hard cap here.
Set full send it at this point.
Full send, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Misfits has a really good Gary network. Pearsons aren't really too aggressive, or they can quickly get killed. They're pretty far back. They slowly work their OPs. This
Tiger's starting to turn his attention to Legion's spawn point on the mid with the HQ being locked in the south. Don't see any way out this for Legion.
Add an OP in the strong point, yeah, that's
It's probably GG's here. Unless Legion has a bombing run they can use on Dogwhite or something.
pretty well played from this,
Yeah.
I think,
No
with their
left
armor.
on Legion side. Ooh, probably be game for Misfits, putting them 2-0. Having won on Omaha as allies previously.
Looks like Legion did build a garrison in the south, but that's not going to do too much. They did get a spawn wave. Are they going to build a Gary and Dogwhite? Oh, no, let's see. Legion Gary for supplies. That's GG's to Misfits. It was a pretty interesting game for the first time casting a 35v35 game. Quite enjoyed that.
Yeah, it did. There was a lot of good battles and kind of balance moments where both teams were trying to make the decision to go for it or not. But TPLite's has got a good pedigree for producing good teams, so Misfits performed pretty well. Happy with how that went there.
Yeah, I think Legion maybe a little bit too aggressive on the offensive side of things. They didn't really prioritize the blue line push into the red as much as they probably could have. But I think they still played an excellent game. They could probably take away a bunch of what was displayed here today.
Yeah, we have the privilege of watching it in admin cam, so we can kind of see where the gaps are forming. But Legion opting for quite a lot of flanks early on that seemed to get in a lot of progress. But as you say, leaving that front door open. But again, overall, really enjoyable game. Congratulations to Misfits and commiserations to Legion of the South Americas.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm stuck on next match 45 minutes or seconds still, but
I think
Joe,
the server might have.
Yeah,
jumped
server
up.
might have crashed. But Joe, anything you want to say before we end it here today?
No, I think it's interesting to see the future of this 35v35 TPLite.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
we did see the balancing of attacking and defending on full display here, and what kind of teams do for as far as the resources go for tanking, as far as maybe arty play or just whatever. Like there's some interesting plays. Like the half tracks early game was kind of a surprise in my opinion. You really don't see that from any like TPL. Like obviously like a bunch of TPL teams have their set tank crews and stuff like that, but early game half tracks definitely interesting. I kind of do like that. It's kind of throws a curveball into everything, but that's all I have. I don't know if you guys want to outro it out. Any last words or thoughts or shout outs if you want.
No shout outs from me, just again, Light producing some really good teams in the past. Taco, talk of Sick, Fall taking part in it. So it's a good breeding ground for teams to develop and look to expand or even just continue to dominate in this space. So we're a really unique arena to compete in. So excited for it. Again, well done, Misfits, and commiserations to Legion. That's it from me.
Joe, last words.
Yeah, I think just the same thing that Hump said. I mean, so congratulations on the victory, and I'm glad this. Looking at this admin cam stream, you can probably help improve your gameplay or your strats. But
Yeah, GG. It's a good game.
All right.
GG.
That'll do it for all of us here tonight. Thanks for watching. Congrats to Misfits, GG's to Legion, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.